go through monitoring progress 1, 2, 3, and 4. You may want to pause the video and do it on your own, and then come back to the video so that you can check it. So I'll be doing it here in the video for you, and then flipping over to Desmos so that we can graph it. Okay, so let's try this. Change my pen to black. Okay, amplitude. That one should be easy. That is 1/4. Okay, period. So remember, period, 2 pi over b. The b here is 1. So the period is going to be 2 pi. Okay, so let's graph it. Flip it over here. Let me clear out my stuff here. Clear. Oops. Move it over. Okay, so we're working with sine. So I'm going to put up my original parent function here. And then I'm going to change this one to be 1/4 sine of x. And then I will show it. Aha. So let's look at it and analyze it again. I'm going to 1/4. So the maximum point here is 1/4. Perfect. But the period, the period I said was 2 pi. Okay, well, let's see what that means. That means 1 full cycle, and I think I'm going to have to zoom out here. 1 full cycle is 2 pi. So let's take a look at the blue. Okay, so I'll mark it here in blue. So starting here, we go up to the maximum. It's right there. Through the x-axis to the minimum and back up here, and 2 pi. And oops, and yes, that is between 0, sorry, so messy. Between 0 and 2 pi is 1 period. Great. Okay, let's move on to the next one. 2. Amplitude, number that sits here in front, is 1. Okay, let's find out the period. Period is going to be, remember, 2 pi over b, which is going to be 2. So that means the period is going to be just pi. And again, remember, that means that it is 3.14 about. So let's do this one for cosine. Okay. Here for cosine, I'm going to hide these. There is my parent function. Here for cosine, I'm going to put in, it's got the same amplitude. So it's going to be 1, 2x. Okay, and let me see what this looks like now. Here in purple. Okay. All right. So that means we had to determine that the period here is pi. All right. Let's look at the purple. So starting here, we're going to go down. And then it's going to go up, and that is 1 full cycle. So what I also want you to see too is B, this number here will tell you how many times in 2 pi, right? Let's see here. It's going to happen. So it's going to be twice. So let's try that. Starting here, once, going down, up here, and then we're going to try it again. Twice, going down, back up here, 2 pi. There we go. In 2 pi, it happened twice. Okay, monitoring progress 3. The amplitude is easy again. That's 2. That means the highest point is going to be 2, and the lowest point will be -2. And then let's do the period, which is going to be 2 pi over b. And b, it seems a little tricky. It is a number right there. It's going to be pi. So that means it is going to be 2. All right, let's graph it. Sine. Okay. Oops. Let's move over my graph. There's my sine. Change it right here. It's going to be two sine pi x. And there we go. Okay, so the period that we figured out was 2. All right, let's see. And remember 3.14, pi is 3.14, so that means 2 is where we're going to get a full cycle. So let's see this. Okay, starting here at 0, and we're following the blue line. We're going to go up, go back down, right? And then go back right up here, bam. And this is 3.14 right here for pi, and this is 2 right before it. Perfect. Okay, last one. Number 4, cosine. Okay, amplitude, 1/3. Okay, so it's going to be a shrink, so a little bit shorter. And period is going to be 2 pi over b. And again, we got to get used to our fractions here. That's 1/2, right? So remember, what does that mean? You're going to multiply it by 2. So it's going to be 4 pi. All right, cosine. Let us hide those. Put the cosine in. 1/3. Cosine 1/2 x. And there we go. All right, let's take a look at it. So it said 1/3, so we're looking at the purple line. I'm going to zoom in so that you guys can see this a little better. Okay, so looking at the purple graph, 1/3, less than a half, perfect. Okay, that's the highest point there. And then I'm going to zoom out. Okay, here's my maximum. We go through the x-axis. There's my minimum. Not quite done. We're going to pass here, go again through the x-axis, and go back up to my maximum. And one period was 4 pi. And that's what we had figured out. Perfect.